I'm going to talk about the politeness of people with intellectual disability. But before that, I'm going to talk about a little bit about my life. When my mother had me, I was born intellectually challenged. And we talk about fearlessness. When my mother, she didn't fear anything. She had 7 children. And of course, when I came, she was told, you know, this one you're going to have to institutionalize. It probably won't live that long. And of course, my mom read the spiel and she said, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. I'll raise my children.
So the terms genius and intellectual disability are really not fair because IQ is not the same thing as creativity. In fact, you can have disability, cognitive or intellectual disability, and yet have extreme talents. And
This is what he thinks is writing. That's his plan. The A made the boxes and he wrote. You see circles, but to him, he's writing. That's his report. So he has concepts of writing. And we celebrate it because it is writing at his level. And that's what he can do right now, and that's what his mind can process.
You may not be able to tell at first glance, but Mary has had multiple shunt surgeries on her brain, which has affected her ability to comprehend multiple directions at a time. Mary's PE teacher has just given the class a large set of directions, which Mary has not fully comprehended, and she is unsure of what to do. At this point, Mary's teacher could quickly yell another string of instructions, which will probably compound Mary's frustrations. Or she could ignore Mary and let her do the activity incorrectly. Let's see how Mary's teacher handles it.
Mary, you look a little lost. Do you want to go over a couple of things?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to be on Team Blue with your blue stick.
Bravo, Mary's teacher! Way to take control of the situation. Just like with Mary, an intellectual disability may not be apparent. Here are some other helpful tips when working with individuals with an intellectual disability. Consider how your information is presented on a daily basis. If it is only spoken once to a crowd of students, it may be challenging for some students to comprehend. Be sure to provide directions in alternate formats. For example, written words or pictures with step-by-step directions may be more helpful. Similarly, make sure that the student understands the task you have asked them to complete. He or she may have a desire to please you and therefore say yes or not acknowledge that they don't understand the activity. When learning a new task, be sure to provide all of your students sufficient time to learn that new task. Some students may be significantly slower learners than others. Multiple repetitions may be required.
If I have kind of a cognitive processing speed, let's say normal processing speed is about 100 and I'm functioning about a 60, how fast is information coming into my brain and going out where it needs to be? Not fast enough. Not fast enough for what's coming at me in that classroom. How many times do kids with cognitive challenges raise their hand and say, this is beyond my processing ability, and if you could break it down and give me some visual models, I might not have a tantrum right now. Never. We have to be the ones to figure it out.